Hi folks, just a bit of a heads up. If the audio on this particular video is a little janky, that is because I just got back from Grand Rapids Comic Con and my voice is a little shot and I would take a day to recover, but I need to leave in like an hour to fly out to another convention. So I'm recording this pretty much in one take and on the fly. So major props and major thank yous to our editor Paul for making this video even watchable. And an extra special thank you to our secondary writer Cinemafreak for pretty much doing the heavy lifting on this video. Morpheus is one of my favorite characters and I wanted to do him right, but I needed a lot of help on this one, so thank you to all these guys. Support our Patreon if you want us to keep paying them the good wages. Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart, and today, in honor of the upcoming Matrix Resurrection movie, we'll begin a trilogy of Matrix retrospectives covering the last of the canon. The Matrix, the Animatrix, Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Revolutions. Also, a little bit of the online game, because apparently that was canon. And obviously, since I am publishing these 3 Matrix videos in December before the release of the new Matrix movie, I obviously cannot take that film into account. But if all 3 of these videos do well, I will do a follow-up in the future. Created in 1999 by the Wachowskis, The Matrix is a dystopian sci-fi movie where humanity has been conquered by the machines. A few humans survive and build a resistance world while the remaining population is plunged into a virtual reality simulation called The Matrix. Inside, people live in a then modern-day society in what appears to be a single city, and the power of their body heat keeps the machines alive. Or at least functioning, I guess. By the way, neat little trivia. That was not actually in the original script. Originally, the Wachowskis knew enough about computers that human brains were supposed to be processors, but they didn't think the average going public knew what processors was, so they changed it to batteries and body heat. It's not very good, and even like Futurama made fun of it, but yeah, moving on. While the humans can enter the Matrix and recruit other humans, the machines try to maintain their power with the aid of programs called agents, superhuman but cold human resembling G-men, that will stop at nothing to continue the illusion for as long as possible. I know some of our younger viewers may find it hard to remember, or whatever, but for a while in the early 2000s, The Matrix was easily one of the most influential movies of all time. There were parodies and homages galore. Everyone wanted to wear those slick clothes and sport those phones, and all the kids on the playground were trying to replicate Neo's dodge or Trinity's kick, and everyone just couldn't stop talking about these movies. These movies were a massive hit, combining influences from anime, kung fu, sci-fi, and dozens of other places. The Matrix is still feeling ripple effects to this day. And what better way to start off our Matrix trilogy than with the Shepherd of Zion, the religious leader of the humans, and one of the best characters in the franchise, and my personal favorite, Morpheus. Portrayed by Lawrence Fishburne, the actor was asked to take an inspiration on the character from Neil Gaiman's Sandman series. The result is a calm, calculating religious leader in this dystopian future. Morpheus was trapped in the Matrix like several other humans before being freed. Unlike some of the other characters, though, we never actually learned about Morpheus's life before he was red-pilled. Taking on the persona of a hacker within the Matrix, Morpheus became detached from the other captains, including his former lover Niobe. When the Oracle prophesied that he would find the One, a messianic figure that could end the war with the machines, he started to make his move. At the beginning of the movie, Morpheus has been keeping an eye on the hacker named Thomas Anderson, aka Neo, who he believes is the One. As such, we will begin Morpheus at around chaotic good. And really, there isn't much to be known about him. He's going against the grain of his society, aka the machines and the ruling class, and he's trying to free people and essentially open their mind to new possibilities. Very chaotic and personal freedom kind of touch. With that out of the way, let's see how deep this rabbit hole goes, and let's go.
As you no doubt have guessed, I am Morpheus. There's a phone at Wilson Lake. You can make it.
Learning that Trinity's location was compromised while spying on Neo unauthorized, Morpheus guides her to her escape. He tells her what to expect and doesn't scold her on her actions. Wishing her luck, he waits as Trinity escapes in a Nat 20 beginning of the movie. This is iconic for a reason, folks. Nat 20 scene, chaotic good. With the agents closing in on Neo, Morpheus sends Mr. Thomas Anderson a phone during his day job. He guides Neo through the office complex and sets up an escape route. This was done before he wanted to, but he's scrambling to save him. Even if Neo is ultimately captured, neutral good.
Now, do you still want to meet?
Yes.
Then go to the Adam Street Bridge.
Rescued from the agents, somehow, Morpheus arranges to meet Neo face to face. Explaining an overview of the Matrix, he gives Neo the classic choice, the red pill or the blue pill. Morpheus doesn't force Neo's decision, emphasizing that he will only show Neo the truth, nothing more. Neutral.
This is the construct.
After rescuing Neo, Morpheus gives him a crash course in the Matrix. He admits the hard truth that humanity is now just a power source for the machines, the dominant overlords of humanity. Neo is really old for being red-pilled, which often has side effects. He does reveal to Neo that he may be the person he's been looking for, though, the Messianic One, lawful good.
What you must learn is that these rules are no different than the rules of a computer system. Some of them can be bent. Others can be broken.
After Neo settles down, Morpheus begins teaching him how to open his mind and bend the rules of the Matrix. While Neo doesn't pass every test, Morpheus is patient in his teachings. Neutral good.
We're going in. Taking Neo to see her.
Ready to see the Oracle, Morpheus brings everyone into the Matrix again. When Neo is finished with his visit, Morpheus doesn't press. In his eyes, the Oracle's words to Neo were meant for him alone. Lawful good.
Oh, déjà vu.
Caught in a deja vu trap by the Matrix, Morpheus tries to sneak away from the police with the Neb's crew. When they are nearly captured, he sacrifices himself to save Neo and the rest of his crew. Neutral good.
What are they doing to him?
They're breaking into his mind. It's like hacking a computer. All it takes is time.
Morpheus endures the torture of the agents, poisoned in the hopes of giving valuable information to the machines. Despite Smith and the agents' attempts, he doesn't crack and escapes with returning Trinity and Neo. Confident in Neo's role, he escapes with Trinity. Lawful good.
Tank, charge the EMP.
We can't use that until he's out.
I know, Trinity, don't worry. He's gonna make it.
As Neo escapes from the agents, Morpheus finds out that the Sentinels are on their way, their location compromised in the real world. Morpheus refuses to activate the EMP until Neo is back on board. He is rewarded with Neo becoming the One, solidifying his already ironclad faith. Chaotic good, technically, I know.
And let us give thanks for those that have been found and who stand here beside us.
For 6 months, Morpheus and the other captains began freeing people from the Matrix at an accelerated rate. He even admits to the Council in The Matrix Reloaded that they have freed more minds in 6 months than in 6 years. This includes saving the kid from the animatrix, a devotee to Nero that would make Morpheus blush. While he does not fill everyone's position in the Neb, he does allow Tank's brother-in-law, Link, to join so long as their newest operator trusts him. Chaotic good.
These geotherms confirm the last transmission of the Osiris. The machines are digging.
With the machines digging to Zion, Morpheus asks if one of the ships can return in the Matrix and wait for the Oracle. This is in direct violation of orders from Zion's command, and Morpheus would do it himself if his ship wasn't low on fuel. All of this to help fulfill the prophecy. Chaotic good. Morpheus goes to speak with Jason Locke, the commander at the Zion forces. Not making a fuss, but sure he won't be in trouble in the end. He explains his decision to Commander Locke and doesn't act out of line or smug. To him, Locke doesn't have to believe Neo or Morpheus. He must believe he's right. Lawful neutral.
What about you, Captain? What would you advise?
The truth.
When approached with how to present the news to the machines to Zion, Morpheus is able to convince the Council to speak the truth. In a great speech, Morpheus gives an impassioned declaration to Zion that with the threat ahead, they can survive. He is able to calm everyone in Zion and start an epic rager. Even his ex-girlfriend, Niobe, is impressed. Too bad Commander Locke isn't, though. Neutral good.
Puis-je vous aider?
Yes, we are here to speak with the Merovingian.
Returning to the Matrix, Morpheus has an audience with the Merovingian to get the Keymaker, someone important to Neo's quest. He is cordial and polite, initially respecting the Merovingian's no. Still, as Morpheus points out, they're still alive. Lawful good. Morpheus and the gang rescue and protect the Keymaker from the forces of the Merovingian. This leads to one of the biggest highlights on the movie, the Freeway. Morpheus does everything in his power to protect Trinity and Keymaker while dispatching agents and the twins. Even when he's faced with the possibility of death, he puts his faith in Neo to help him. Absolutely chaotic good and Nat 20 scene.
All of our lives, we have fought this war.
With the source in sight and the end of the war upon them, Morpheus admits to his fellow Red Pills that he believes the prophecy will be fulfilled and asks them for aid. He believes that he is right, and he says he's ready for the possibility of death, just like any other day. Lawful good.
I'm sorry, this is a dead end.
Intercepted by Smith, Morpheus fights to protect Neo and the Keymaker before entering the Source. He eventually is forced to leave the Matrix as Neo goes to fulfill his goal, lawful good.
I don't understand it. Everything was done as it was supposed to be done.
Stunned by the ongoing war, Morpheus tries to rationalize the state of events before Neo tells him the cold, harsh reality. The prophecy is a lie. Morpheus refuses to believe this. Sadly, the Neb is destroyed by the Sentinels, and he escapes with everyone, unsure of where to go now. Neutral.
Morpheus, Trinity, thank you for coming.
Looking for Niobe, Ghost, and Neo, Morpheus is summoned to the Matrix with Trinity to see the Oracle. Learning that Neo is trapped, long story, come back for the Neo video, Morpheus confronts the Oracle about the prophecy. Wondering how he should believe the Oracle after everything, he is reminded to do what he's always done, make his own choice. Neutral.
Can I take your... Oh my god.
Morpheus, Trinity, and Seraph infiltrate the Merovingians Club to help free Neo. He saves a coat girl, but does hold everyone at gunpoint to get the Merovingians' audience. When negotiations break down, Morpheus is part of the standoff. Chaotic good.
Put that shit away, boys. All she needs is a jump.
Rescuing Neo and finding Niobe, Morpheus apologizes to the danger that he put his ex. Maybe. Teaming up with the captains to return to Zion, he supports Neo's decision to leave even if he doesn't understand. Chaotic good.
I can only hope you know what you're doing.
Morpheus and Neo say their goodbyes. Even after everything that's happened, Morpheus wishes him luck and says that the honor was his. Lawful good.
You searched the whole ship, Captain. He ain't here.
I know where he is. The Logos.
Realizing that a possessed Bane has betrayed Zion and snuck onto the Logos with Neo and Trinity, Morpheus chooses not to go back. While he does want to save Neo and Trinity, Bane could be in possession of another EMP and could use it against them. Rather than dooming everyone, Morpheus chooses to continue back to Zion. Chaotic good.
We're still generating too out of field.
Morpheus aids Niobe piloting back to Zion. They manage to get to their home and stop the forces with an EMP, though most of their defenses are down as well. But hey, it looks like he and Niobe are back together again. Chaotic good.
Neo is doing what he believes he must do.
Morpheus helps defend Zion and Neo's choice to the Council. He and the other captains serve as the first line of defense to all the citizens. Lawful good. Realizing the Sentinels aren't attacking, Morpheus notices that the machines were waiting for Neo's battle with Smith. When Neo wins, Morpheus celebrates with everyone, wondering perhaps if this piece is all a dream. Neutral. Also, we will give lip service to the online games, but we're just gonna do them real fast.
Apparently, after the events of the films, the machines refused to give up on Neo's remains, which caused Morpheus to continue acts of digital terrorism in the Matrix with code bombs. This went on for a while until he was killed by a character called the Assassin. Except, possibly not really. Apparently, the Assassin used bullets that, instead of killing him, wait for it, jammed his signal, but this is never really confirmed. He also might be a bit of a digital ghost. Let's just give him 2 chaotic good dings for all of this.
Now, again, I like to mention that I don't always know the final placement of a character until deep into the editing process, and due to the nature of doing a video a day, I probably will not be able to have final say into where the character is going. But if Neo, despite editing and despite what I've said, is anywhere aside from chaotic good, this is going to be a time where I absolutely disagree with myself. Because I think no matter what we do, Morpheus is the rebel that will follow his own personal faith in order to not only assure his own freedoms, but the freedoms of everyone. That is the core of his character. And it's easy to understand why Morpheus has such a legacy to him. Hell, South Park thought that he was just as important a figure as Luke Skywalker and Glinda the Good Witch. And it makes sense because he is one of the most unique characters in all of popular fiction. Morpheus is a religious man tested continuously both in and outside the Matrix. He loses his allies continuously, whether it's death, betrayal, or even leaving him because of his own devotion. And then, after all of his sacrifices, Neo, the figure that he's been chasing, tells him outright that the prophecy he's been chasing is a lie. It's insane to think about, but try to process that on top of everything that's happened to him. I always love devoted religious characters who get told that their religion or their faith is incorrect, but then have to deal with that along with the morality of what they're doing. Are they doing it because they think it's the right thing and it actually is the right thing? Or are they forcing their beliefs on everyone else and they need to come to terms with that? I love characters like this. This is how you do a religious, good faith character. This shit, not that annoying ass, oh, here's the intolerant religious guy. No, a religious person in fiction should always be someone doing the best for everyone, even if it seems it's wrong, and even if it's weird, and even if it's probably not correct, but also like, what if it is, and it kind of is, and God, I love it. Morpheus is the best goddamn character in these movies. Period. But, as an end note, it's unclear if Morpheus we've seen in The Matrix Resurrections is the same one that we see in the other movies, especially because they like to do CGI nonsense, and especially considering what we see in The Matrix Online. But I'll be curious to travel down this rabbit hole with you when that movie comes out. Anyways, thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and ding-dong that bell. December is picking up steam, and tune in next week for the continuation of our Matrix Trilogy. But next time, let's raise some hell. Catch you. Everyone wanted to wear those thick black clothes and sport all those old... Sorry, I'm going to restart that entire sentence because that was bad.